Hi, I'm Jessica, the author and artist behind Poetic Empiricist Materials, and this year I wanted to unearth a decade's worth of my creations, polish them, and present them in a new light. I ended up exceeding my goals when my path wandered into the unknown. My new digitally enhanced illustrations were the bridge between the familiar and the new. I redesigned the images for my new anniversary compilation and handbook series, then fell in love with them. I decided to have art prints made up and start an Etsy shop. After that, I still felt the illustrations held a lot of potential, so I did research and learned about green, carbon-neutral blockchains. Once the environmental ethics problem was solved, I went ahead and created a Poetic Empiricist NFT collection. I used over 100 of my newly enhanced illustrations to make the vibrant assemblage of images. Currently, Poetic Empiricist has 15 books that span a diverse range of science topics. All my books are tributes to nature, but they also have an undertone of health and personal growth. I believe that since we are nature, our health and attitudes affect the planet. Poetic Empiricist began in 2011 to expand awareness and appreciation of the natural world, which includes humans. Perusing my NFT collection is a logical place to get an overview of my Poetic Empiricist materials, especially since each digital image includes corresponding QR-coded book and blog excerpts. Bears in the Moss is a brightly illustrated biology-based book about incredibly tough tardigrades or water bears. In Space Trip, a boy with outer space ambitions learns the logistics of space travel. Plate Puzzles explains and illustrates the mechanics behind plate tectonics. Parsimony's Disguise, Fractals, uncovers the simple way nature designs complexity. Differences in Time begins with the formation of the solar system, details Earth's history, sequences through the unfolding of diverse life, and explores what it is to be human. Thought Sparks Fire is the epilogue to Differences in Time. It examines similarities between quantum physics, spirituality, and certain religious teachings. My Brother's Talks is a series of short science stories on various health topics such as bullying, puberty, conflict resolution, the brain, our commensal organisms, and even death. Together They Match the Moonlight is a beautifully illustrated book about the mutualistic relationship of a specific squid and bacteria which achieve bioluminescence. In a Whale's Tale explores vestigial features in fossils as well as evolution and speciation. My Brother's Still Talking is the second book in the My Brother's Talk series. Here you'll find stories about predatory invertebrates, training fish, and the science of telling a good joke. Your Weight in Gold is also from the My Brother's Talk series. It examines what we value, how we value ourselves, and the idea of intrinsic value for the sake of consumerism and self. Our Loving Chemistry explains the bonds formed between mother and infant and the miraculous role of oxytocin. Good Words for Plants describes the nature of plants, our reliance on them, and interaction with them. Why are plants important for us? How do they enrich our lives? How can we help them grow? Day 70 Design describes how we all went from a single cell to a highly developed fetus in the first 70 days of our development. Sleep for Your Brain validates what new parents already know. Sleep is incredibly important for health and growth. Poetic Empiricist's 10-year anniversary collection, Biology, explores biology concepts while you read about various amazing creatures. It contains the following books: Bears in the Moss, A True Fish Tale, Not Alone in a Room by Yourself, Together They Match the Moonlight, Three from the Sea, Good Words for Plants, along with additional learning materials. Poetic Empiricist's 10-year anniversary collection, Physical Science, examines some natural mechanisms and phenomena, like fractals, stars, space, fossils, and plate tectonics. It contains the following books: Space Trip, Passing Sky, Plate Puzzles, Parsimony Disguised Fractals, In a Whale's Tale, along with additional learning materials. Poetic Empiricist's Brain and Mind 10-year anniversary collection acknowledges that navigating adolescent life can be challenging. Science can be comforting. Join the main character as he gains perspective about life, the brain, and the mind. It contains the following books: Noodle Full of Neurons, More Than One Way, Tigers and Monkeys, Cracking Up, Trouble with Toads and Other Subjects, Science is No Joke, Your Weight in Gold, along with additional learning materials. In Poetic Empiricist's 10-year anniversary collection, Ecology and Self, you'll encounter many science concepts while briefly examining the history of all things, especially life on Earth. Examine your significance in relationship to it all. It contains the following books: Differences in Time, Thought Sparks Fire, along with additional learning materials. In Poetic Empiricist's 10-year anniversary collection, Mother and Baby Biology, you'll learn about some of the developmental changes inherent to the marvelous nature of both mother and child. It contains the following books: Day 70 Design, Family Twist, Our Loving Chemistry, Sleep for Your Brain, along with additional learning materials. The first book in the handbook series is Poetic Empiricist's Mind Your Mind Prompted Journal. This prompted journal accompanies Poetic Empiricist My Brother's Talks stories and videos. Let the questions within guide you through applying the knowledge and wisdom of the stories to your life. Poetic Empiricist's Peace Through Science Self-Paced Journal is the second handbook. It's a collection of various science, psychology, and other topics to consider before answering difficult questions about yourself. It contains the full text of Differences in Time and Thought Sparks Fire, along with numerous other readings, lessons, and essays. Poetic Empiricist's Living Beyond 3D Prompted Journal is the third prompted journal. It serves as a guide to connect the universal truths between world religions and contemplative sciences. It helps you claim your joy, evolve your soul, and embrace peace. This prompted journal aligns with the Live 3D video on Poetic Empiricist's YouTube channel, which pulls from Poetic Empiricist's books as well as other sources.